Okay, I could see everyone. Hi guys. Okay, so now let us try to what is that? Start off with the session quickly. Okay, yesterday let's recapitulate. So what all we did yesterday? We basically understood how our writing scoring will be done. What are the two different tasks and how they are different actually. And also we learned about about our task one, that is nothing but report writing. So, and even we understood how we exactly write or what we need to write in our introduction, and also the importance of the like what is that, this introduction is also very important, isn't it? Now before I would go on to the this one, what is that, paragraphs and tell you what all you need to write, how you need to frame your ideas. Let me give you little idea about the vocabularies, the phrases, everything. So let me tell you, because yes, definitely we need to use technical language here. We don't want numbers. Yes, this is very much required. Don't try to use the numbers there. Okay, if you use the numbers, definitely I am sure so you will not be getting the score there. Okay, why? Because it is the instructions from the authority. It is the instruction. If you people present only numbers, okay, here and there by chance one or two times you're using some numbers, still okay, it is accepted. It's not that your this one report should completely contain those numbers. No, so you should be very careful about that. So therefore, let us have some kind of knowledge about the words that we can use. So to make our this one, what is that? Writing, report writing more of a verbal kind rather than a statistical based. Okay. So I'll be sharing the screen quickly. Yeah. Here we go. Right. Yes. Guys, here one extracted information we have. So usually what happens, we basically come across some images like this. If it is just an example, if we come across a line graph, you can see these kind of movement is happening, right? So what you can use to climb, slammed, so falling down, it could be plummeted, increase, drop, decline, so these words, this is just an example. I will take you to the treasure of the words here. So just give me a second. Okay. Now, see, introduction. See, starting off with the sentence is a major problem, isn't it? We always have this problem. What is that? To start off with the idea. So what we say, you know that in introduction, what I have said, introduction, we need to have two sentences. One is paraphrased question statement, paraphrased question statement. The other one is initial overview, isn't it? When we are talking about paraphrased question statement, definitely guys, whatever is given in our question, so that you are going to present. But when you're presenting that, make sure that you are giving so the same idea but using your own words. Now, same idea, giving our own words, you know what to write. But the problem will become, yeah, how we are going to present it. What is that new words we can use? How we can present it? So I have a, like, what is that? N number of this one ideas that you people can basically use. What is that? The given, the supplied, the presented, the shown, the provided. So it could be whatever the specific chat is, whatever the specific graph is, you need to use that specific graph name. Okay, so that means you can start off using any of these phrases phrases, and then you can choose like whichever they are talking about, you use them here. Okay, anyone, but it should not be something like, say, for column graph, don't use this one, what is that, map or pie chart, because we need to use varied words. No, you need to name it properly. The nomenclature should happen properly there. Okay, you pick whatever it is. And these verbs also, see, we have these verbs not only for your introductory area, you can use them. You can use them when you are describing your this one, what is that, graphs there. Okay, so therefore, see, so many verbs we have. That means aram se you can give the variations there. So no need to, what is that, always use shows. So you can avoid repetitions here. So it is not only in the introductory statement, these verbs, in fact, you can use throughout your explanation to avoid this repetition. But when you're using, make sure you're properly using. That means contextual usage should be there. And what is that? It is showing the description, whether it is comparing, whether it is differences, whether it is forecasting the changes, or whether it is just showing the number of information on. And when you have the number of, it should be singular verb. The singular verb should follow here. So a number of should always have the plural form. Remember this. Okay, this is also one of the idiom correction that you need to have. So what is that? So basically, the number of should be followed by singular verb. A number of should be followed by plural verb. Okay, so this understanding you people need to have. And then we have data on the proportion of, so the amount of information, like depending upon what is the kind of this one, comparisons, or how the data is given, you can choose any one of this. Don't you think life become easy now to write, to start off with your this one, what is that, introduction, isn't it? So that is what, see, we have a solution for everything. Only the thing is, you people need to follow it properly, understand and use the things here. Okay, so now, guys, got it? And then describe what is happening. See, using those things only. So it is a few of the descriptions we have put, few of the starting sentences we have put. The provided diagram shows data on employment categories in energy producing sectors in Europe starting from this and this. The given pie charts represents the proportion of male and female employee in 6 broad categories divided into manual and non-manual occupations in Fredonia. Okay, the chart given gives information on expenditure of 4 European countries on 6 consumer products. See, that means what, we have taken the above phrases and we have phrased it. Now, I know few people will be telling, okay, if we use of this one method, what? Say, in exam, you are just giving one report writing. Therefore, no problem. You practice on with one stable idea there. Okay. So you start in your report writing, when you're practicing, you make sure that you are using one thing, because in exam, you're presenting only one idea. So you try to have your, what is that, a code of writing where you will be following certain things directly. Okay, either you give the given or you give the presented. So first, when you start off with, you can take the given. So then when you're explaining, you use the presented, and then you use provided, then you use supplied. So while explanation, that means you have lot many phrases there. I'm giving you the this one, what is that, hint. And also, so when you're using, what is that, say, if they are giving some graph, okay, pie chart they are giving. Yeah, first when you're introducing, so you can use the pie chart. Then what you can do, so then you can use pictorial presentation. Then the presented illustration you can say. Then plainly you can say graph. Then you can talk about chart there. You can generalize it. Okay, so that means what? You are using variations. That means you have n number of things. Start using the variations. Okay, don't try to, what is that, stick on to the pie chart, the pie chart, the pie chart. First, yeah, to start with, you can use that specification, then the pictorial presentation. Then you can say the following chart is giving us this idea. The presented graph is giving us this idea. The given statistical information presents this. So like this, you people can mold your ideas when you're explaining. And also the verbs that you all can use. Yeah, represents you can use, depicts you can say in the beginning if you are using represents. So later on when you're talking about, so you can use what? So you can use the other things: depicts, enumerates, illustrates, presents, gives, provides. So if you're talking about opposite ideas, shows the contrast. So like this you try to do there. So that means it is not just for introduction. You people can use this for the complete description there. Okay, now the initial overview. Now what you need to do? You need to give the initial overview. Now there is a problem in starting off with the initial overview. You know what to present, but how to start that thing only is a big problem. So if that is the case, what is that we need to do? We have given you, what is that? Our this one only. What is that? I have given the phrases. You start. If you have a phrase, you can start off with. That means if we have a starting problem, so what we can do? So we can give the initial overview, something like this. Okay. So it can be clearly seen, or at the first glance it is clear, at the onset it is clear. A glance at the graph, the initial analysis of the graph gives us. Okay, because initial overview you're giving, so just try to present that initial overview. Okay, so like you're not doing the crude analysis here, so you're doing in the beginning the initial analysis. Okay, so the initial analysis you can start off something like this. So this is how your introduction becomes beautiful, isn't it? And now the paragraph starting also is a problem. I have the phrases for them as well. Okay, so what is the paragraph, this one? So yeah, to start the paragraphs. Okay, I have the phrases by guys. Only 2 paragraphs we can say we need. So you have 6 startings. You can aram se use. In fact, what you can use, not only you can start with, you can, while you are explaining, you can use. So that means three phrases you can use. So for each of the paragraph. Isn't it wonderful? Now, so where we'll have problem, will not have problem anywhere. You people can actually, what is that? Use them. You will not have the repetitions now because we hardly give 13 sentences, guys. Only we require 13 sentences in our report writing. Okay, we don't want like much of it. We don't want in the main this one issue based essay writing also, we give only what 4 4 12 12 15 sentences we give. You believe or not, around 15 sentences. That means in 3 body paragraph, 4 sentences, that is 12, and introduction 2 sentences, and a final overview. This one, what is that? Inference will be giving 1 or 2 sentences. Okay, so maximum 15 sentences we give. That means here, sorry, not even 13 sentences. Say introduction 2 sentence. So like what is that in the body paragraphs? 4 and 4, 8 sentences, and then we'll be having one last overview around. So 11 sentences would be more than enough for us to give this 150 words. Okay, so that's the thing we have. So don't worry too much. Now when it comes to data, ma'am, So many numbers and all. Like we can't use always increase, decrease, and everything. So what should we do? Why? So don't no worry. Yeah. Why? Increase, decrease, steadiness, gradual increase. We have all these words which you people know. It is all in your subconscious mind. You all know this. When you look at this, Ayo, we know this. You know that, but it is in your subconscious mind. When we are writing, it won't be in the active state. So only to make things on an active state. So what we'll be doing will be I'm highlighting here. Okay. You people can use all these things. So increase, if you want to use it in a verb form, rise, increase, go up, uplift, rocketed, climb, upsurge, soar, shot up, improve, jump, leap, move upward, skyrocket, soar, surge. All these things you can use rather than using the numbers here. Okay, don't use the numbers, rather you try to, what is that? So use these things, okay, to have the this one. Okay, and decrease also what? Yeah, it will be shared by our team. Okay, don't worry. We'll be sharing this. Fall, decrease, decline, plummet. This is for your decrease here. Okay, decrease, how we can talk about? So you can see so many words we have. In fact, I would recommend you people to utilize while speaking also. Okay, these all these words, it's not necessary that you need to use only for your this one, what is that, task one. Even when you people are doing task two, when you are doing this one speaking also, you people can use this vocabularies, and in fact you can use these in your daily life also. Steadiness in the sense what, something which is not changing, so which is stable at some point, that is unchanged, level out, remain constant, remain steady, plateaued, remain the same, remain stable, remain static. So all these things tell us the same thing. Gradual increase means aram se increase. Okay. An upward trend you can use, an upward tendency, a ceiling tendency you can use. The gradual decrease, you can, in the noun form only we'll be using. Noun form in the sense, we'll be using it as a noun or as a subject form. Okay, it won't be acting like a action, but it will be a point of discussion. That means name of the point of the discussion there. So the downward trend could be noticed. So in the petrol prices, that means what we are saying, we are seeing like the petrol prices have been consistently decreasing. Okay, so gradual, there is a downward trend, a downward tendency, a decreasing trend. So like this you can use that. Stability, you can see remained constant, remained unchanged, remained stable, prevail consistency, plateaued, so reach a plateau, stayed uniform. So all these are the words that we have. Now guys, tell me whether after so many words will you be using so the numbers here? No, we should not. Even whatever the numbers I'm given here, we have given, will not be using this also. Okay. So we should not use. I can use the overall sale of the company has increased by less than a quarter, less than one fourth of the total sales at the end of the year. Yeah, right? One fourth, two fifth, like this. Use the fractions there. Okay. So the expenditure of the profit and loss you can write, no issues. Profit and loss, again, when you are expressing profit and loss, don't try to use the numbers here. Use in terms of like this. Okay. The expenditure of the office remained constant for the last 6 months, but the profit rose by 25%. That means, so you can say that. So the profit rose by 1/4 of the total expenditure, we can say that. Okay. So that is the thing we basically have. So therefore, you need to be careful about this. See, we have given you the pictures also. So yeah, 4/4 also you can use. That's perfect, Chaitanya. See now how the ideas are flowing in. Very good. So that is what. See, once you people know these things, now you yourself will have a language there. So this is the way we need to write. And now we'll have sometimes rapid changes and everything. Especially when we have something like this. Okay. Or like this. These are the diagrams you think. Okay, so now here what is that? Random changes are happening here. So, and this is also what is that? Fluctuations happening here. You can see rise and fall. Don't try to indicate, oh, it rised, then again it fell, then again it rise, then it will become monotonous and boring. Okay, we don't want to make our writing boring here. Remember that. So yeah, so we should not have the boring ideas. I mean, the ideas should be same. We cannot change the ideas, but the way you present should not make it further boring. So what we do, we have this thing, this movement is called fluctuations. Okay, but it is happening very quickly. Then rapid changes. Rapid means if any change is happening very quickly, so then we call it as rapid. Okay, so that means what? We can use the word dramatically, rapidly, sharply, quickly, hurriedly, speedily, swiftly, significantly, considerably, substantially, noticeably, dramatic, rapid. This is a noun form and this is the verb form. That means this is adverbs, this is adjectives. Now, moderate change means okay change. If we have moderate change, we'll be using moderately, gradually, progressively, sequentially. Okay. Steady change, if like 2 points, it is increasing. Next month, 2 points. Next month, 2 points. That is a consistent change. Okay. Steady change means the change is there, but this change is what? Consistent here. If we have something like this, what we use steadily, ceaselessly. So all these things. Slight change, what we'll say when there is a slight change, point one, yeah, two. So very slow change is happening. You can use the adjectives and adverbs like slightly, slowly, mildly, tediously, slight, slow. So mild, tedious, all these are the things that you people can use. Okay, getting this? Understood? And rapid ups and downs, not just fluctuate. Waving also you can take. Oscillates also you can take. Vacillate also you can take. Palpitate also you can take. So we have used all these words and it is in the form of the sentences. Now I'll just quickly show this one. Yeah, you can use if you want to show great change, big changes, medium changes, you can use the words like overwhelmingly, substantially, enormously, or enormous. Guys, whatever the doubts you people have, please text me after the class because I may miss answering your queries because I'll be concentrating on training you guys. Okay, so kindly, so because I don't want to miss any of your questions unanswered, kindly keep all your questions so and ask me like stop the explanation. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, people are asking for this PDF that you're using, not a
Yeah.
PDF, but
It is a Word document. I have already given for the last batch. You remember I had passed on to you guys. So I'll be passing it on to you guys again so you people can forward it.
okay,
Last time it was given to our last batch, so I'll be forwarding the same. I guess you
okay.
people have all these things. Okay.
Ma'am, because many of the people are asking actually in the chat box.
Yeah, I've
That's
told them we'll be sharing that karke. I have told in the beginning only. Our moderators will be sharing that karke. It has been said.
okay. Okay, ma'am.
Right.
I actually didn't receive anything.
So
That's
we can talk about this little later after the class.
sure, sure.
Okay, it's been given and it is sent to old students, old batch. Okay, for them we'll be sending it. Right. Okay, so big change and big differences. It is significant, significantly, considerable, or considerably. Then medium change and moderate difference. So that is, if something is medium and moderate, somewhat, moderate, or moderately. Minor changes, so small differences. Okay. If we are talking, if there is a small change, okay, you can use the word fractional, fractionally, marginal, marginally, slight, or slightly. Okay. So that is the thing we can use here. Now, let me tell percentages. When we have the percentages, see, I said for everything we have verbal get through. Okay, it is not like only for this when we have percentages and all these things will not be having any solution. So no, so we have the solution for this. 4%, a tiny percentage, almost a quarter, exactly a quarter, roughly one quarter, no, nearly one third, nearly a third you can use. For 49%, you can use almost around a half or just under a half you can use. Exactly half. So 51, just over a half. So you can use the 73%, nearly three quarters, 77%, approximately three quarters, more than three quarters, 79%, well over three quarters. We can use like this, right? Isn't it? Why to use the percentages, guys? We can use these phrases. Yes or no? Only the thing is you need to remember that. Okay. So, yes, Busi Reddy, what you had some query? Okay, guys. Now proportions also. Proportions also what? In terms of proportions, a tiny proportion, insignificant minority or minority of this, minimum you can use, a small minority, a small portion, a large proportion. So see there, so we have lot many things to write. See, and also like again, adjectives and adverbs that you can use to make your writings more beautiful will be approximately, nearly, roughly, almost, about, around, more or less, just over, just under, just around, just about. So all these things I need you people can use there. Okay, so these are the lexical resources that you people can use when you're trying to this one. Okay. Now, yeah, we'll be sharing that. I'll be sharing with my team, and my team will be sharing this to you guys. Okay. Right. Now, let us get back to the passage. So, here we know how to frame our introduction. Okay. What is that? Paraphrase the question statement and the initial overview. Initial, yeah. Now you may be asking, ma'am, getting the initial overview is a big deal. Paraphrasing question statement, though, you people would have understood the same idea. Put in your own words, we have the phrases. Now, getting the ideas is a big deal, right? Now, initial overview, what I want you people to see is, see something which is very often happening in the graph, something more consistently happening, something highest, something lowest, something very high catchy you people try to put here. Okay. So here what I could see here was that, see, in 1975, what happened? In every field, men employees exceed. Whereas in 1995, what is that you are seeing? We have certain fields or certain sectors where women have exceeded men. I can write that. Or the other thing, see, I'm trying to say how you need to focus on the ideas, because whatever you write in the body paragraph makes it is very important. You cannot just randomly write, okay, oh, in manufacturing industry we have more men, in communication industry we have more men, so we have this one. Don't write the same monotonous idea. Please develop different way of analysis, because if you want to get more than what is that, six band in your writing task one, more than six band, I am saying, you need to think in a different way, in the sense your analysis of the graph should be different, guys, here. Okay, you don't see what it is given, you see what they are expecting you to see from this. So therefore, what, so basically, so your way of analysis should be different. Now from your initial statement only, it could go all different. See, you can see one more thing. What is that? When you compare the strength in 1975, the total workers of Fredonia, here only comparison is happening. Now let us think in the other way around. If you see the total strength of the, yeah, we have to compare individual, that is there. So we will be comparing individual sectors also, but I'm talking about the initial overview. So initially, as soon as you see what you will be getting, one is like in every field in 1975, men were at the top level in numbers, whereas in 1995 we have seen the changes. The another thing, what you can see overall, if you have to keep your initial overview minimal, if you see the total strength, okay, total strength of all the working people in Fredonia, it is comparatively in 1975 and 1995, you will see that there is an increase in the workforce of Fredonia. That means overall workforce. If you generally had also, what you will be seeing, so there is an increase in the workforce. I can say the initial overview of the two graphs indicates that there is a rise in the workforce of Fredonia. That also I can give. That means I'm giving you the ways how you people need to analyze there. Okay. So therefore, now our introduction part got it over. Now, when you're doing the body paragraphs, guys, I have two options for you guys. Okay. What are the two options that you have here is that we need to have two body paragraphs. Okay. So what we are having, two body paragraphs we need to have. If we need two body paragraphs, you can describe first graph in in the first body paragraph. See, I will be considering what, don't get confused. Introduction, I don't consider it as a body paragraph. So introduction, I specify it. Okay. Then I'll say body paragraph one, miss, that is our body paragraph one. Then body paragraph two, I will be addressing. Then I will say overview. Okay. So don't get confused. Oh, body paragraph one means we are talking about this. No, I won't be addressing body introduction as body paragraph one. Okay. Body paragraph means I'm talking about the main paragraphs here. So in the body paragraph, that is body paragraph one, we will be describing this. In body paragraph 2, we will be describing this. That means what? You people were asking me coherence and cohesion, right? By this segregation, what is happening? You are maintaining coherence and cohesion. Why? You are not mixing the ideas. In 1975, whatever happened, you have fixed your paragraph. Okay, in body paragraph 1, I'm going to discuss everything that has happened in 1975. So that means here, whatever the information will be there, that will be only related to 1975. Whereas in body paragraph 2, you will be talking only about what is happening in 1995. This segregation is there. There is a clarity. Now the reader will not have any kind of confusions here, isn't it? These for the people who get easily confused or easily mess up. So when you people do the comparisons, this way of writing is for the people who basically try to, what is that, when explaining, when you mix and explain, you may, what is that, mix up the things for them. Now, second option, this is my first option. Guys, got this first option? Did everyone get this first option? Yes. Okay. My second option. I will come there. If there is one paragraph, I will come there. What to do? I will be. Okay. I'll be telling. See, here my first option is telling whatever is given in 1975. First graph, that means you describe in body paragraph 1, describe first paragraph, first graph. Okay. In body paragraph 2, describe second paragraph, second graph. It's simple thing. This is one thing where you don't want to, if you are fearful about your coherence, cohesion, because that is very important. If you feel that you may mess up the things by combining the ideas, you may start repeating the things. So to make things better, to look neat, to have that coherence and cohesion, what we do, we take off one graph to one paragraph, the other graph to other paragraph. Okay. So now this is our, this one. Now, second option is what? We will be mixing, yeah, comparisons we will be doing. But when you're comparing, so how many sectors we have here? 6 sectors we have. Take 3 sectors in one paragraph. That means in one paragraph, you try to compare 1975's and 1995's manufacturing. That means in the first sentence, you compare manufacturing sectors. In the second, you compare, second sentence, compare communications. Third, you compare finance and banking. 3 sentences, 3 comparisons, done. Okay. Now, in the next paragraph, what you can do, you can talk about wholesales comparison in one sentence, public sector, non-defensive public sector, and public sector, you people can compare. That means what I am telling you, you need to know, like if you are comparing certain things, try to compare on that particular things there. Okay. So that is the basic thing we need to have. And also, other than the fields, other than the this one, what is that? Whatever the sectors they have given, you can even compare on the basis of certain things. That means, say now you are looking only at this direct comparisons. I want you people to analyze indirectly when a graph is given, rather than looking at the total strength. Okay, so you people mentioned that also. Along with that, you try to see the differences between the number of men and women in each sector. That means try to see in which sector the difference between men and women employees more, less. Okay. And not only more and less, over the 2 decades, where the difference has increased between men and women employees, where it has decreased, where it has equaled. Okay. That is one idea you people can present. The other presentation is like in which sector Okay, in which sector the total manpower means not men, the total employees are more and the total employees are less. Even you people can pick up this idea and give, other than that comparing men women, that is so boring, isn't it? It's more than boring, you people are not analyzing it properly. So here what you can do, you can analyze like this: in which sector we have more people, in which sector we have less people. You can see non-defensive public sector is the sector where we have, so like what is that, more number of people working, while so defensive public sector is the one, so where we see very less number of people working. And this trend is followed both in 1975 as well as in 1995, because the same thing has happened here. Okay, you can see that. That is also one point you people can talk, isn't it? And see, yes, Sai, it is very important that you need to cover all the ideas. That is what they want. They want you to cover all the ideas. That is the reason I'm trying to show you that skill of analysis also. See, I gave you the structure. I'm telling what to write in paragraph, what not to write in paragraph. But if you don't know how to extract the ideas, what you will be writing? What is the use of understanding the structure? Isn't it? We can't have the same thing repetition. I usually see like when I see the report writings, I really, can we write like this in body paragraph? Wait, Akriti, so that's the reason I said I may miss the messages. Okay, kindly keep your questions to the last. I'm going to answer because I missed many questions now in the process of explaining. Kindly be careful. Okay, please. If you want me to answer all the questions, kindly wait for it. Okay. Now, this is what we do. I'll show more analysis on more paragraphs here. Okay. Now, guys, on this two paragraph, Wala, you got it? Any doubts on this two paragraph, Wala? Tell me. Yes or no? At least that, no. Okay. Right. I can proceed with one paragraph. Now, this is one paragraph one. I want you people to properly read this question. Eating sweet food. Ma'am, can we compare women and men? Yeah, women and women also you can compare. In which field we have more women, in which field we have less women, even you people can compare on. That's what. Think out of the box here. Okay, don't just, you can see in which field men are working more, in which field women are working more. Even that is also one of the idea you people can speak out here, isn't it? So therefore, yeah, I want you people to think like this. We call this thinking as 360-degree thinking. This is what the analysis is. It is not like only what is directly given, you're just writing the same thing. So that should not happen. Okay. Now, let me take one more interesting task here. It's a line graph here. Okay. So what is this? This one. Here we have only one graph, guys. Look at this. What is that we have? We have only one graph here. In this one graph, what we are doing, we need to write the two paragraph. So introduction is same. What is that? You see, like, what is that? Paraphrase this question statement and see what is happening. What is that we can give here? So we can see that according to this, they are saying that eating sweet food produces acid in the mouth, which can cause the tooth decay. So acid levels are measured by low pH levels. Okay, this is the thing. So as soon as you see here, so which is the one which is posing less threat to tooth decay? It is honey. Why? This is the threshold frequency below which so the like the acid is generated and the teeth will get destroyed. Okay. So when we consume honey, the period where or the time where so the pH level drops is very less, that is between 5 to 15 minutes. Whether if you take the other sugars, okay, the cane sugar and fruit sugar, their cut off frequency, that means their period of what is that more acid level will be high. That means 5 to 25 minutes, 5 to 30 minutes it is there. So that means who is posing more threat? So the more threat is posed by our cane sugar, whereas honey is posing very less threat. So what we can do, the initial analysis, I can say that so the consumption of honey comparatively poses less threat of tooth decay. Okay, so that is the thing we can say. Or you can give the initial overview that so yes, so the pH value above 5.5, the pH value of the mouth above 5.5 will not so will not add on to the tooth decay or will not contribute to the tooth decay. You can even give this plain statement. Yeah. Now, body paragraphs we need to write. How do you, ma'am, usually how many sentences should be the only one sentence, dear? See, introduction, don't forget, I have told already, introduction, only two sentences. One is paraphrased question statement, the other one is one initial overview. Why I am giving many initial overview, miss? Because students will get that stigmatization, thinking that, oh, there is only one initial. No, initial overview, you can give any one initial overview. What you feel, what you see, what you feel that something is attractive as soon as you see, that is your initial overview. We don't have any, what is that, a pakka rule that this information only should be initial overview. Okay, as soon as you see what is that hitting you, what is that highlighted for you, that is your initial overview. Okay, but remember, whatever you give in your initial overview, don't repeat anywhere in your paragraph. Okay, that is the thing we have. Now we are two body paragraphs we need. Body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. Now the drama here is what? We have lot of what is that? Rising up and down, everything is there. Guys, I clearly say don't try to narrate every bit of thing. On a whole, you say that, yeah, for almost 10 minutes after the consumption, after the what is that consumption of the sugar, this one honey or whatever it is, so what is that, for 10 minutes so the pH level in the mouth drops to an extent where the tooth decay is possible, while the consumption of the cane sugar so witnesses the drop in the pH level to about 20 minutes. You can see here, below the threshold frequency. See, we are not describing it is rising up and down. This is the mistake what each student will do. They try to describe this moment. No, you say below the threshold frequency for how many minutes it will be. While the cane sugar is dropping, the cane sugar. So this one, what is that? Witnesses or the consumption of the cane sugar witnesses a drop of its pH level below the frequency or below the threshold frequency to about so how many minutes? Almost 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 25 minutes to almost 25 minutes or less than nearly half an hour. You can use the word nearly half an hour, because of which so the threat of food decay is very high when cane sugar is consumed. See, we did not describe this, but still we explained the entire idea here, isn't it? So therefore, I have one thing here. In the body paragraph 1, why don't you people describe how pH level and to decay is compared. For example, in the body paragraph, I say, from the graph, I'm writing body paragraph what? From the graph, it could be witnessed, it could be witnessed that as the pH level rises, as the pH level rises, the acidity, the level of acidity, the level of acidity in the mouth decreases. In the mouth decreases. Okay, so this is the thing. However, the acid level or the acid level below the pH value of 5.5 is considered to be dangerous as it causes tooth decay. Tooth decay. Right? Now I narrated everything in the paragraph. That means this general description we narrated. Now in body paragraph 2, I'll start comparing. Yeah, for how long any which is good, which is posing less threat, which is posing more threat, we are going to present there. Don't you think the information is given, all the information is presented without repetition? Isn't it? So that means what? We need to plan up. That means we have 20 minutes, guys. See, 8 to chalega. क्यों 5.5 like वो pH value है. Okay. It is not increase, decrease or something like that. It is not a numerical. It is a standardized information. Okay. Now you people need to understand. This is a standardized information. Toothache, no. Tooth decay. So only you could see I have not used any generalized thing. I mean, no assumption I have used here. Okay. Toothache, no. We are not sure like whether tooth decay will cause toothache or tooth infection, whatever. Decay we are talking about, we are only talking about that. Okay? Don't try to, what is that, give the like that assumption. Okay, tooth decay causes tooth pain. No. Okay, even what is that, it affects the dental health, we can use it causes, what is that, problem, or it causes problem to dental health. Why? Because decay is again a health. Okay, you can use the phrases like that. That means you understood, right? How did I cover up my first body paragraph? I covered it up by the generalized information. That means this is also very important. Under which it is causing tooth decay, above which it is not harmful. Okay, so that is very important. So only what did we do? We described that first. When we describe that first, now what I am doing, I am trying to describe, like I'll say, so among the three sugars compared, the consumption of honey so poses so less threat to decay has. So the pH level of the mouth drops so for a very little time after the consumption of honey. But so cane sugar's consumption witnesses or so makes the pH level to drop drastically so for a very long time, so which actually poses great problem, or which actually so affects the dental health seriously. Why? For a great time it is, for a long time it is poison. Followed that by our, what is that, fruit sugar. Over. So your second idea is also completely done. See, we didn't use the minutes, we didn't use the levels here, only what we said, below the threshold. So you can use the word threshold. This thing you can use threshold. Above the threshold, it is not dangerous. Below the threshold, it is dangerous. So try to associate the things like this. Getting it, guys? Any idea? Any doubt here? Okay. So now, one more way of writing the same paragraph. What you do, you try to describe this pH and acid relationship. You describe in body paragraph 1. Along with that, you describe honey, anise, this one, what is that effect in first paragraph, and body paragraph 2, you describe the one which causes more effect, that you describe in body paragraph 2. Okay, that also you people can do. That means, see, our coherence and cohesion is maintained. Na? Why the coherence and cohesion is maintained? Time in numbers? No, numbers only. So only I said that for long time, for less time, I'm using that thing. Okay. So we can use that. Rather than what is that using like the numbers, you can use like this, or you can use half an hour. So just what is that like for few minutes, you can say like that. Okay. So not, don't try to avoid using the numbers, but when you feel that okay it has to be used, then you people use it once or twice, not completely. Okay. So like this, guys, the idea formation is very, 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 very important here. Now, I was also saying you people time management. Now, what is the problem that we see here is like whenever we get, what is the time limit that we have here? 20 minutes we have for writing task 1. Huh. 20 minutes, what we'll be doing? As soon as we get the question, we will read the question. We will start writing from the very first minute until the end of 20 minutes, we'll be writing, 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 writing. So when we do that, what we are doing? We are messing our writing. We don't plan. We don't know. So yes, see, it is basically Isha. Yeah, every point is important because remember we are just giving 11 to 12 sentences. When we are giving 11 to 12 sentences, every point is important for us. Okay. So make sure every point should be exclusively present. You should not miss on the ideas because you can see the instruction. In that instruction, they say that you need to, what is that, focus. You need to cover all the points. Okay. So that is the thing. See, in this 20 minutes, guys, I want you to segregate your timing like this. 25% for planning and organizing, 25% of your time, 50% for writing, and 25% for your rereading and editing. Now, I'll tell the importance of each of them. Planning and organizing. See, now what did we do? We planned up. We decided what we are going to put in the first paragraph, what we are going to put in the second paragraph. So when you know what you are going to write in the paragraphs, when you know, like you have decided, you have learned the graph, you have analyzed the graph. Without analyzing the graph, you cannot just randomly see and write it. If you randomly see and write it, so then you are ending up with giving what is that ordinary ideas, because of which your scores will not go up. Okay. So you need to plan out. Plan out is so important that To even know what you need to write in body paragraph, you need to know like what is happening in the graph, isn't it? So you need to plan off the ideas, decide in which paragraph which what you are writing, you organize the ideas. Okay, so that means what, 5 minutes time you need to take to do this. Okay, so 5 minute time that you need to take. See, number of employees, they purposely give this. Okay, thousands and everything. Somebody asked me the question now here with regards to this thousand. See, these are all their references, their research. But when I am explaining, what I will say, oh, for every 1,000 person, I won't say. I'll say, okay, so in public sector, no, defensive public sector, we have very less number of people working. If I say, oh, we have 200 male working in non-defensive public sector and around 100 females are working in non-public, what is that, non-public, non-defensive public sector, do you understand that way better? Or if I say, in all, among all the sectors discussed here, non-defensive public sector is the one where we find so less number of males and females working. Which information is better, whether those 200 and 100 was better, or whether the information that I presented now was better? Where you people understood better? The second one, right? That is what we need. I hope now you people understood. So why it is important not to use the numbers? Why? The numbers will not give you what is actually to be explained. It is like, always think that when a graph is given to you, you are basically explaining what has happened in that particular place. It is not like, what is it, you're just randomly telling the numbers. If you have to randomly tell the numbers, so then why is this task given to you? We don't want thousands of people only, dear. Don't use thousands of people. Your main focus is what is happening, where it is high, where it is low. That is the thing you need to present. When we are saying don't use the numbers, please don't use the numbers. Okay, whether it could be in any form, whether it is you use it in thousands, don't. What is the difference of writing something like this, 1,000 and 1,000? What is the difference? I can then write 200. No, if I write like this also, the meaning is same only. But when I gave the later part, that was more understandable, right? So please, either this way or this way, don't use them, right? It won't make much difference there. Don't use them. It won't give you that efficient writing. It won't be a professional writing. So now coming back to our timing thing, 5 minutes you spend for planning and organizing, decide which paragraph what you are supposed to write. Then if everything is ready for you, you will be deciding here only what you need to write in your intro, that is paraphrasing. Along with that, what is that initial overview? So everything will be decided in this 5 minutes. 5 minutes more than enough to understand any graph there. Okay, so you have everything with you. Only now what you need to put it on the paper. So you start writing. So in 10 minutes, aram se you can write 150 to 180 words. That means in 10 minutes you need to write. That means your speech should be, in 1 minute you need to cover about 15 to 18 words, which is very easy. In 1 minute, writing 15 to 18 words is just a piece of cake. I think that is less than a normal speed. Okay. So 150 words to 180 words you can complete. Then you will have another 5 minutes for what? You will reread. You will correct yourself. You will try to edit wherever spelling mistakes. So if you have mistakenly presented some wrong data, so or like anything repeated, you will try to, what is that? Edit that. That means you are doing complete thing here. Complete writing is done here. But if you use this complete 20 minutes only for writing, we may miss on the ideas, we may have repetitions, we may have spelling mistakes, we may not have presented right things there. So this is what happens. So when we blindly write, okay, But when we plan, write, and edit, ours will be a professional writing. And guys, at this level, they will be looking for a professional writing, not for your this one. What is that? Just a raw writing here. Okay. So this is what you people need to do whenever you people are working on your writing task one, right? So now, guys, tell me any doubts you people have in this present class? We must complete the BP1, B2 within four. Yeah, four sentences, fine, Sad. So we don't want to have more sentences. If we have more sentences, it'll be like just a waste of time also, and we mess up there. Okay. So we don't want to mess up anything there. Keep it as simple as possible. Simple in the sense, ideas should be exuberant, but so make sure that ma'am, what about, yeah, typing speed also, it is good, right? If you're taking computer based, you need to see that your typing speed should be good. Negative make any differences, ma'am? What is this positive and negative, Kushi? Because in this, when you're describing a graph, so we don't have anything positive and negative. Whatever is given, that is the thing you are presenting. That means your report writing is more of neutral. Yeah, Busi Reddy. So can we use, see, repeatedly you can use only for few times. But when we have the option, like when we have so many words, so why you want to repeat? Now, Yeshwan, so I would recommend you to come out of the mindset that we should even repeat. Graph interpretation is not a positive or negative based. It is always like neutral. Only whatever you people they have given the information that you need to present. Yeah, if you wrongly interpret it, so then obviously your score will be going. If you present something wrong information, wrong in the sense, if you misinterpret and tell, so that is the this one. Aram say is just, what is that? In a very, what is that, calm way. So that is my, what is that, slang, I can say. Aram say is just calm thing. Okay, ma'am. Yeah, just me see. Can we share about two graphs at BP1 and compression? What is this, Chaitanya? Ma'am, can we share about two graphs at BP1 and compression at BP2? What is this compression? I did not get the version which you are showing. Can you please? Yes, Akriti, we'll be doing that. We'll be showing that. Ma'am, can we get the body para solutions to refer? Yes. We use some words repeatedly. Okay, so I guess all these questions. We must complete BP1 and BP2 within 4. Yes, I guess I've answered all these things. Yeah, sometimes certain words, if you're repeating also, that won't matter. Okay. Now, adjective and see, adjective is used to describe the nouns. Adverb is used to describe the actions. That is verb. Okay. Yeah. Telegram technical related, you need to refer to our Supriya. So whereas topic related, you can ask me any questions. Overview, yeah, after analyzing everything, what is that exclusively you see? So that you need to present. That means that is also one of the idea of the graph, which you have not mentioned anywhere in the paragraph. You can mention that. Okay. Are you, Kevin, Aram say, maybe like I use slang there. Okay. So it is gradual to say, to explain that. Gradual increase means Aram say increasing. So that is like in Hindi, I just use that word Aram say. Okay. It's not like, what is that, you should use in the writing. Okay. So just to make the things like clear, I use that Aram say. Yeah. Okay. Don't use it in your writing. Guys, any other doubts, guys? No. Okay. Right. I'll be resharing to them and they'll be sharing to you guys. Okay. Right. Editing in paper based is so only we say use pencils, don't use pens. Even for reading, writing, listening, everywhere you are using pencils so that you can use the erasers and you can edit it properly. Okay. Connectors you can repeat, no issues. Ma'am, we can discuss to give graphs in detail at BP1 and difference. You can do that. You can plan according to your this one convenience, your analysis, but make sure that the idea should not be repeated. That's it. Sure, sure. We'll be sending Isha. I'll be doing that. Right. Any other queries, guys? Thank you, Kushi. Okay. So is it good to go? All comfortable with today's class? Right. Kindly give us the feedback, guys. That motivates us to do more and more. Right. Thank you. I could see lots of arts coming out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. How was your test? Yeah, by the way, it was good. Okay, your speaking test went well. Very nice. Congratulations. Great, great, great. Very nice. Very nice, Vinayak. God bless you. Okay, then. Right. Okay, Supriya, over to you. Sorry for taking a lot of time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.